Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are all preparing well for your upcoming UGC NET exam. Today, finally, I will finish the Unit 10 research methods and materials in English, and after that, as I have told you, I will bring the quick revision series till the exam comes, and also I will share the separate videos on British literatures, Indian literatures, and world literatures. And apart from all these topics, if you have any specific topic in your mind and you want me to bring content for that specific topic, you can let me know in the comment section or by joining the telegram. Okay, so before starting the video, it's a request to everybody. If you are new to the channel, what you have to do, you have to like, share, and subscribe is must for everybody. If you want to study English to English, and also join the Telegram channel for all the latest PDF notes and notifications about the post. Okay, so with this, let's start today's topic. So let me know that what is, according to you, research methods and materials you have studied or researched so far. What according to you? Search means, you know what I mean. And if we are going to do research, that means refined, right? And methods, the way we are going to research, and materials, by which tools. So here I have mentioned with the question that what are the research methods and materials referred to in English literature, right? So in the context of research, methods refers to the specific procedures and techniques used in to gather, analyze, and interpret data. This is the method how you are going to research about the specific content, about a specific topics, which method you are going to apply, you are going to use. So that is the methods that you will use in your research, while doing your research. And also, while materials refers to the resources, tools, and equipments utilized in the research process. That means during your research procedure, you are going to use some kind of tools, equipments, resources, that will be your material. By which resources, by which material, by which tool you are going to start your research, you are going to proceed or continue your research. So this is how you have to define, or this is what research methods and materials refers in English literature. Now let me give you in detail. So in a research paper, the materials and methods section outlines how the experiment or study was conducted, including the specific methods used, the materials involved, okay, and the steps taken be to achieve the research objectives. To achieve your objectives of the research, what materials, tools, specific methods you have used during your research, that will be your materials and methods. Now let me clear one by one the topic. First, we will do research. Research methods, these are the systematic, strategic, and processes employed by researchers to investigate a topic or answer a research question. Okay, examples you have like surveys, interviews, experiments, observations, and case studies. Now you understand now that research methods are the systematic strategies and process that you employed, that are employed by the researchers. Why? To investigate for a specific topic or answer a research question. Examples you can see: surveys, interviews, experiments, observations, and case studies. Now you understood what is research methods, why we study, and what are the significance examples. Okay, and after this, Research methods include, that means by which method we complete our research. So here I have mentioned everything. Textual analysis. This involves close reading of literary text, examining language, structure, and symbolism to uncover meaning and interpret the author's intent. That Okay, so now you know that research methods are include textual analysis. That means step by step you will see the by which methods researchers have researched about the specific text, topics, or anything else. Okay, so in this video, I have shared everything. Individuals who analyze and interpret literary works such as Northrop Frye, Harold Bloom, and Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak. These are the textual analysis researchers who have contributed to the significance field. After this, the method scholarship methods. Scholarship methods in this entails exploring existing scholarship such as critical essays, books, and journal articles to gain a broader understanding of a particular author, work, or literary period. That means if we are using the scholarship method in a research, so this signifies that critical essays, books, journal articles that we use to gain a broader and understanding, that means deeper, wider understanding of a particular author, work, or the literary period. Okay, researchers who specialized in particular literary periods or authors such as Walter Benjamin on German literature or Edward Said on Orientalism. After that, in scholarship methods, the researchers who specialized in particular periods of authors such as Walter Benjamin, Edward Said. So these are the researchers that used scholarship methods. Okay. After this, we have theoretical frameworks. This is the also a step of research. In this, researchers utilizes theories such as feminism, post-structuralism, or psychoanalysis to offer new perspectives on literary works. That means by using this type of works, you will put your own perspective, you will give your own point of view, your opinion. So this is the theoretical frameworks. The individuals that develop and apply literary theories such as Jacques Derrida, Michael Foucault, and Judith Butler. After that, we have archival research. Archival research we have, this involves examining primary source materials like letters, diaries, and manuscripts to gain insight into the author's life and historical content. That is in archival research. Why we use this step to research? To gain the insight into the author's life and historical context in the form of letters, diaries, and manuscripts. After that, we have empirical research. What is that? This is the field work oriented, often used in linguistics or performance studies. After that, the very important research we have qualitative research. Qualitative research, one second. Qualitative research, this is the non-numeric data, explores subjective meanings and the themes. Quantitative research uses a statistic mostly in digital humanities or linguistic corpus studies. Comparative studies we have, this method involves comparing different literary works or authors to identify patterns, influences, and cultural context. This is the comparative. That means this method involves comparing different literary works or authors. You use these comparative studies to research or to differentiate or to compare the different literary works or authors and identify in which pattern the work is different or compared to the other writers. After that, we have interdisciplinary approaches. Interdisciplinary approaches, this involves incorporating insights from other fields such as history, sociology, psychology to provide a more comprehensive understanding of a literature. In interdisciplinary field, interdisciplinary itself suggests that more than two or more than three subjects that you study, that is the interdisciplinary field or approach. So in this you use the field such as history, sociology, psychology or any other to provide more comprehensive understanding of literature or about literature. Next we have digital humanities. Now these days digital humanities is very popular because we are living in a digital era, the era of AI, right? So this is the digital humanities. This uses digital tools and methods such as computational analysis of text to explore large literary data sets. And the writers who were involved in this, researchers who utilize digital tools and methods to study literature such as Steven Pinker and Jill Walker. Now we have literary historians. Literary historians, what does it signify? Researchers who study the historical and social context of literary works such as T.S. Eliot, Edmund Wilson, and George Steiner. These are the literary historians that use this type of steps of research to analyze our research in different field. Next, after the steps of different methods of research, now what, let's see that what we in what includes in materials. So materials are the physical resources, tools, equipments used during the research process. That means it simply signifies that after, if you are using the different research method, the step that we just study, in those process you need a tool, equipment, resources to go to and to reach the method. So the what tool or what materials will help you? So this is what we study in materials. Okay, so resources, tools and equipments used during the research process, this could include instruments, reagents, software or other materials necessary for data collection and analysis. Okay, materials used in research. Now what type of or which type of materials that you used in while doing your research? So primary source included literary text, historical documents and artifacts related to the research topic. Secondary source, we have a critical essays, books, journal articles that provide analysis and interpretation of primary resources. You have to memorize that what type of tools, materials falls in primary resources or secondary resources. Okay, this is type of question you will face in your UGC NET exam. Database, what does it include? Online resources that contain scholarly articles, books and other relevant materials. Okay, libraries, that is physical repository, books, documents and other research materials. Digital archives, online repositories of digitized primary and secondary source materials. Sometimes it online repositories of digitized primary and secondary source materials. Okay, that means going through online you can find the primary and secondary both type of resources. Research softwares that you use in materials, that is software tools that can be used to analyze text, data and other research materials. So now you know that which type of materials, tools you use while having your research. So these are the primary and secondary: database, libraries, digital archives and research softwares. And you have also seen that which type of, what are the steps, one second, what type of steps that you follow while having your research. After that, let's practice that what the questions, what type of questions you will see. So here is the first question on your screen, but before starting the question, it's a request to everybody that do like, share and subscribe to the channel to more and more students who are also preparing to become an assistant professor or preparing for other TGT PGT English exam. So, with this, the first question on your screen is, what is the primary goal of a literature review in research? Remember this, that while having your literature research, you use all these tools. Not only literature, but doing every type of research. The text in a text format. So, what is the primary goal of a literature review in research? Option A, you have to evaluate the grammar in literary text. Option B, to provide a survey of existing scholarship. Option C, to summarize a novel. And option D, to narrate a personal opinion. What could be the correct answer? To what is the primary goal of a literature? Goal, objective that we do in a review? While reviewing in a research, what could be the correct answer? Objective or goal. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option B, that is to provide a survey of existing scholarship. We do that is the goal of a literature review. Okay, next question. Which citation style is commonly used in literary research? This is very important. Option A, you have APA. Option B, IEEE. Option C, MLA. And option D, Chicago author date. What could be the correct answer? Which citation style is commonly used in literary research? So the correct answer of this question is going to be the option C, MLA format. Okay, MLA format. Option C. Next question, you have the research method involving numerical data and statistical analysis is option A, qualitative. Option B, phenomenological. Option C, quantitative. And option D, descriptive. The research method that involves numerical data and statistic analysis. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option C, quantitative. Okay, option C, quantitative. Next question, everyone. What is distant reading as introduced by Franco Moretti? Distant reading. Option A, reading text only from a distance. Option B, avoiding interpretation of text. Option C, using data and graphs to study literary trends. And option D, ignoring authorial intent. I have told you, I have suggested you, while doing or solving your questions, do read the question once, twice, thrice to get the deeper meaning of the question, so that you can easily get the correct answer, everyone. Okay, not only once, especially while doing your while having your computer based test or paper, you must read the questions very carefully. Correct answer of this question is going to be the distant reading, everybody, introduced by Franco Moretti, is option C, using data and graph to study literary trends. Next question. Which of the following is a primary source in literary research? Primary source in literary research. Option A, a scholarly article on Shakespeare. Option B, a biography of Virginia Woolf. Option C, a novel written by Toni Morrison. Or option D, a critical commentary on Milton. Which of the following is a primary source in literary research? Sorry. What could be the correct answer? So the correct answer of this question is going to be the option C, a novel written by Toni Morrison. Next question. A method that focuses on close reading and interpretation of text is called option A, field research. Option B, case study. Option C, textual analysis. And option D, survey method. A method that focuses on close reading, remember, interpretation of text, is called. Which of these options would be the correct answer? Correct fit for these. So the correct answer of this question is going to be the option C, textual analysis. Next question, that is the assertion and reason. Assertion is that research in English literature always requires a hypothesis, and reason is saying hypotheses are essential for scientific experiments and literature is a scientific field. Option A, you have both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Option B, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation. C, A is true but R is false. And D, A is false but R is true. What could be the correct answer? Research in English literature always requires a hypothesis. And reason is that hypotheses are essential for specific or scientific experiments, and literature is a scientific field. Correct answer of this question is option A is true but R is false. Okay. Why? Hypotheses are often helpful but not always essential in qualitative literary research. Do remember, these are the helpful phenomena but not essential in qualitative research. Next question. Assertion is that MLA style uses parenthetical citation within the text, and reason is that MLA discourage the use of footnotes and endnotes for in-text referencing. What could be the correct answer? Option A, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation. Option B, both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. And C, A is true, R is false. And D, both A and R are false. What could be the correct answer? MLA style uses parenthetical citation within the text, and reason is that MLA discourages the use of footnotes and endnotes for in text referencing. Do read the question yourself and guess the correct answer. You don't know what is MLA format, APA style that we use in research. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Next question you have, it's matching. So match the researcher with their contribution. A, you have I.A. Richard, B, Northrop Frye, C, Franco Moretti, and D, Stephen Greenblatt. And here is the contribution by them: archetypal criticism, practical criticism, distant reading, and new historicism. What could be the correct answer? Options, their options I have not included. So the correct answer of this question is going to be the option A. You have to match with the second, option B with first, option C third, and option D fourth. That is the correct answer. That is I.A. Richards practical criticism, Northrop Frye archetypal criticism, Franco Moretti distant reading, and Stephen Greenblatt new historicism. This is the correct answer. Next question everybody. Match the research method with its main feature. Column A, you have quantitative, B qualitative, C historical, and D empirical. Uses of numerical data, the feature you have explores themes, meanings, and interpretations, very important. Examines context of the past and based on observation or field work. What could be the correct answer? Here is the method. These are the method. One second. These are the method and it is the feature. These are the features. You have to guess the correct match. Correct answer of this question is A. You have to match with first, B with second, C with third, and D with fourth. It's in front. The answer is given. So quantitative uses numerical data, qualitative explores themes, meanings, and interpretations like literature, historical examines context of the past, and empirical based on observation or field work. You can guess the correct answer by having the close reading and deep understanding of the given particular word or text. So do close reading and try to guess or get the correct meaning of the given words or questions everybody. This is very important. I want to tell you that not just going or learning everything will help you, but going through the deeper meaning of the text, going through the deeper meaning of the text, word One second. Going through the deeper meaning of the text word will help you to understand better, will help you to get closer to the correct answer. So do that. Okay. Next question. Arrange the following scholars in chronological order based on their significant contribution to literary research. Here is the options. The writers, the scholars you have Northrop Frye, I.A. Richards, Stephen Greenblatt, and Franco Moretti. Okay, you have to arrange them in chronology based on their significant contribution to literary research. These are the scholars, and here are the options. See, here are the options. What could be the correct answer? Contributions of the scholars, you have to arrange them according to the chronological sequence. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option A, that is according to the contribution of these scholars, Richards falls first 1920s, Northrop Frye 1950s, Greenblatt, Stephen Greenblatt 1980s, and Franco Moretti 2000. These are the correct chronology. So correct answer 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay. Next question. Sequence the following steps in a research process correctly. Sequence, that means you have to arrange them in a chronological way, that which research process comes first while having a research. Option 1, you have data collection. Option 2, literature review. Option 3, formulating hypothesis. And option 4, final report writing. Here is the options. You can see sequence, chronologize, you have to do steps, the steps that we use while having a research. What would be the correct process? Data collection, review, formulating hypothesis, or final report? Correct answer of this question is going to be the option A, that is 2, 3, 1, 4. Okay, this is the correct answer. First you have to review. Third, you have to formulate. One, you have to collect the data. And fourth, you have to submit the final report. Next question, everyone. What is the difference between primary and secondary sources in research? Option A, primary is a dictionary, secondary is a poem. Option B, primary is created after analysis, secondary is original. Option C, primary is original work while secondary is commentary or analysis. And option D, there is no difference. What could be the correct answer? We can say that none of the above, the fourth one. Nota. Correct answer, everybody. We have to differentiate between the primary and secondary research in research. Resource. So the correct answer of this question is going to be the option C, that is primary is original work while secondary is commentary or analysis. Primary is original. Next question. Next question you have, who among the following is credited with founding practical criticism? Option A, you have Clint Brooks. Option B, Terry Eagleton. Option C, I.A. Richard. And option D, Harold Bloom. What would be the correct answer? What do you have to find? Founding practical criticism. Which of these writers has been credited with the founding figure? You can find this as the founding figure of practical criticism. So the correct answer of this question is going to be the practical criticism, that is option C, I.A. Richard. Next question, everybody. Which research method studies a small group in depth over time? Which research method studies a small group in depth over time? Option A, experimental. Option B, case study. Option C, survey. And option D, statistical. Depth over time, in depth, about a small group. Which research method we should apply while doing a small group Correct answer of this question is going to be the option B, case study. Option B, case study. Next question, everybody. What is a research hypothesis? Now, question you have, what is a research hypothesis? Option A, a poetic expression. Option B, an emotional conclusion. Option C, a tentative assumption to test. And option D, an established fact. Hypothesis, research hypothesis. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option C, a tentative assumption to test. Next question. In MLA format, how are sources cited in the text? Option A, endnotes. Option B, author page number format. Option C, only bibliography. And option D, Harvard method. In MLA format, how are sources cited in the text? What would be the correct one? Correct answer of this question is going to be the option B, author page number format. In MLA, the correct answer is in MLA format, the resources cited in the author page number format. Okay. Next question we have, assertion is that annotated bibliographies are useful in research, while reason is that they help in summarizing and evaluating sources. Option A is true, R is true, and R is the correct explanation. Sorry, here you have to mention R is, A is true and R is correct explanation. So this should not be here. B, A is true and R, but R is not the correct explanation. And C, A is true, R is false, and D, A is false, R is true. What could be the correct answer? Read again. Annotated bibliographies are useful in research and they help. Reason is saying they help in summarizing and evaluating sources. Correct answer, everyone. Also, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option A, that is A is true and R is the correct explanation of A. Okay. Next question you have, again it's assertion and reason. Assertion is that quantitative methods are best suited for thematic analysis, and reason is saying thematic analysis requires statistical charts. What could be the correct answer? Options you have, A, both A and R are true. Option B, A is true, R is false. Option C, A is false, R is true. And D, both A and R are false. Read again. Assertion is that quantitative methods are best suited for thematic analysis. Do memorize thematic analysis. And reason is saying thematic analysis requires a statistical chart. What could be the correct answer, everybody? If you have just joined the channel, everybody, please like, share and subscribe. And if you are new to the channel, do subscribe and join the Telegram for PDF and notes. So the correct answer of this question is going to be the option D, that is both A and R false. Why? Because thematic analysis is typically qualitative, not quantitative. Okay. So in quantitative, statistical data is used, not in thematical. Next question you have, match the scholar with their methodology concept. Here are the scholars: Sandra Gilbert, M.H. Abrams, Michael Foucault, Edward Said. And the contribution here mentioned: gynocriticism, the mirror and the lamp, discourse and power, and Orientalism. What could be the correct answer? Scholars and their methodology, concept or contribution. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option, we have to match now, that is Edward Said. You have to match A with first, B with second. Again it's A with first, Sandra Gilbert, Gynocriticism, M.H. Abraham, The Mirror and the Lamp, Michael Foucault, Discourse and Power, and Edward said, Orientalism. First, second, third, fourth. It's in chronology itself already. It's in chronology already. So this is the correct answer. Okay, do memorize this. Next question you have. Next question you have, arrange the following research related publications in the correct chronological order. Correct chronological order you have to arrange them according to their publication. Option 1 you have Practical Criticism by I.A. Richard. Option 2 Orientalism by Edward Said. Option 3 The Mirror and the Lamp by M.H. Abraham. And option 4 Graphs, Maps, Trees by Franco Moretti. Here are the options. So the correct answer of this question is going to be the option A, that is 1324. 1324. Option A 1, 3, 2 and 4. This is the correct chronology. Okay. Next question. Here you can see the year Richard 1929, Abraham 1953, Said 1978 and Moretti 2005. Next question everybody. Order the following steps in MLA style research writing. In MLA style research writing, we have to arrange them in a correct sequence. The fourth options, let me get on screen. Okay, is it visible now? So option 1 you have develop thesis, option 2 conduct close reading, option 3 use parenthetical citations and option 4 create works cited page. Okay, you have to arrange them in a correct sequence according to the MLA style research writing. What would be the correct answer? Correct answer of this question is going to be the here are the options. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option B, that is 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, let's see 2, 1, 3, 4. You have to arrange 2, that is conduct close reading, then 1 develop thesis, then 3 use parenthetical citations and 4 create work cited page. This is the last step. Next question. What is the primary focus of bibliography research in English studies? Yes. Primary focus of bibliographic research in English studies. Option A writing fiction, option B studying language acquisition, option C tracing publication details and critical works, and option D composing poetry. What is the primary focus of bibliographic research in English studies? These are the options. You have to guess the correct one. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option C, that is tracing publication details and critical works. Option C. Next question everybody. Which of the following best defines a literature review in a research paper? Option A, a summary of personal opinions. Option B, a creative exploration of the topic. Option C, a critical survey of existing research on the topic. And option D, a plot outline of fictional work. What do you have to find? Which of these best defines a literature review in a research paper? Best defines a literature review in a research paper. Correct answer? Correct answer of this question is a critical survey of existing research on the topic. Move on to the next question everyone. Next question you have, a session, a thesis statement should be included in the introduction of a research paper, and reason it outlines the researcher's stance and purpose. Option A is true and R is the correct explanation. B, A is true but R is not the correct explanation. C, A is true, R is false, and D, A is false, R is true? What would be the correct answer? See the question and read again. Assertion and reason. A thesis statement should be included in the introduction of a research paper, while reason is that it outlines the researcher's stance and purpose. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option A, that is A is true and R is the correct explanation of A. Next question. Next question you have, quantitative research is effective for measuring narrative styles, while reason, narrative styles are best analyzed through numbers. Option A, both A and R are true. Option B, A is true, R is false. Option C, A is false, R is true. Option D, both A and R are false. Quantitative research is effective for measuring narrative styles, while narrative styles are best analyzed through numbers. Guess the correct one. Correct answer of this question is both A and R are false. Why? Because narrative styles are best approached through qualitative methods. Do remember, narrative styles are best approached through qualitative methods. Next question. From this unit, I would like to tell you that you will now face mostly session and reason type of questions. That is why I have included. Okay. So a session is that, everyone, a research question is essential for guiding the direction of literary research, while reason, it helps in formulating a clear, focused and researchable inquiry. See the options. A research question is essential for guiding the direction of literary research. Correct answer of this question is going to be the option A, that is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Next question. Okay, so we have completed 28 questions from the unit plus concept we have done today from the unit 10. So this is the wrap of the syllabus of UGC NET English literature. That is we have finished the unit 10 overview, that means concept plus theories plus MCQs, and also we have already started the revision with our marathon class. So with this, I would like to thank you to everybody who is watching and appreciating and giving positive feedback to the channel. This is not my channel, but it is yours. If you are already connected to the channel, it is becoming yours. Okay. So thank you for this. I have a question for you also. That is the homework question, you know. Which of the following best describe the function of a working bibliography in the early stages of literary research? I have picked this question from the PYQs. Here are the options you have to see and tell me the correct answer. While watching the class, do comment your answer with the question properly. If there are many questions, if you will just type answer A, answer B, how would I know that from which specific question you are giving your answer? Okay. So do mention that the question number 23 or question number 1 or question number 3, you are answering the question option A, B, C, whatever the options are. Okay. So you have to give your correct answer in the comment section, and if you are not able to find, do let me know, that I will, so that I can tell you the answer. So with this is all for today. We finally finished the unit 10. So all 10 units we have finished, that is drama, poetry, fiction, short stories and so on. Now I will start the quick revision series. Let me know what do you think about the quick revision series, and if you have any specific topic concept in your mind about the writers, authors, anything, do let me know so that I can prepare the class accordingly. Okay, so what do you have to do at the end? Do like, share and subscribe the channel, and join the telegram to get the pdf and note. Do join the telegram channel, everybody. It is must. Join TG. I will say TG. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support. Till then, take care, keep practicing, keep revising, give mock test, and eventually you will reach your destination. With this aim, take care of yourself, and bye bye.